Yeah, I think the big one that we hear is just the amount of low value tasks that our customers have to do before they use Estimator. Just they add up, and we know that pre-construction teams and estimating teams are very busy right now, and their time is precious, and they're just spending a lot of their time on things like manually transferring data or fixing errors in Excel, and that really adds up and takes them away from more important tasks like working with subs or chasing after additional work.
To add on to that, I'd say the lack of collaboration that's been in the pre-con space of having multiple tools that don't speak to each other and not being able to have multiple people in the program to look at the data has caused a lot of headaches for pre-con groups, which ultimately goes back to the low value tasks of people just going in around the office and having to tap somebody on the shoulder, where now they can collaborate, have that data at their fingertips to make better decisions. Over the next year, pre-con groups are really starting to look at 3D modeling and being able to get into 3D models over the next year, 3 years, 5 years. And then also being able to use data more to make better decisions. I think those are the two big things that groups are going to start doing to have a competitive advantage over other general contractors.
Yeah, and then just on the data point, I think a big one we always hear is not just getting the data, but having all the data in one place. Specifically, all of your pre-construction data, just having a tool that captures everything in one place, and boom, you can just go to one location and find everything you need.
I think over the last couple of years, there's been a handful of challenges that we've heard and really took that to heart to help better develop the product. I think when COVID first happened, it was really needing a cloud-based solution, and so that's still something we're seeing as groups are moving more towards the cloud. And then also, I think really the other challenges are around having better data, and what I mean by that is not just like being able to easily find line items in an estimate, but being able to look at historical data to validate the estimates that they're currently working on, and to have more confidence when going into meetings with owners.
Yeah, and I think that cost history data is so spread out. When we talk to customers, they've got 7 different offices. Each office has their data in a different spot. So if you want to see what a group across the country worked on previously, there's just no good way to find that information. And so getting all that historical data in one location, that's also easy to search and filter and find a project that's similar to the one you're working on. Yeah, I think a big thing we hear is just giving them time back in their day. I talk to a lot of groups that they're just so busy and they're working a lot of hours, and it's just little low value tasks that are making them work extra hours at night and spend time away from their family, and even sometimes work weekends on just like really laborious manual stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And so I think that's something we're really helping them with, is just save them hours in their day that not only allow them to work on more important things, but even allow them to spend more time with their families.
So Beck Tech has definitely helped improve lives. I think on the things that T just talked about, but also I think that there's just like a level of trust that people have with working with us, that the work that they're going to do through our software is going to provide better results in meetings with owners, or being able to get better projects done in a quicker fashion. There's just a level of confidence with working with us that they're going to be able to deliver on those things. I think my favorite part of the year was our users conference here in Dallas, because it was an opportunity for all of our current clients, and then also people that are evaluating the software, to come to Dallas, hang out with our company. We got to spend time as a team. We did virtual laser tag thing, which was super fun, and it was an opportunity just to bond with each other. And then from there, we got to meet as a group at the House of Blues, which was an awesome event. We had a couple of hundred people there. There was an opportunity just to have food and drinks and get to talk to people that customers that you maybe have met virtually, but they're there in person, so you get to hang out, really build that relationship. And then we had a bunch of awesome speakers come up, talk about things that were important to them. And it was just great to really see that come together during that event. I think it was an opportunity for really to see Beck Tech's culture of just who we are as a group. And then honestly, it was just like a great time to hang out with coworkers, which consider friends, and then also with clients who are friends as well, and just give them a chance to be with them.
Connor stole mine, but no, maybe recency bias because it was just last Friday, but our holiday party was a real highlight of the year for me, not only because it's just good to see everyone and get to have some fun and do a holiday party, but also just to celebrate the end of the year. And it's always just crazy looking back at like how far the company has come over the past year and how much we've grown and how much growth the sales team's experienced, how many new customers we brought on. Just really cool to see that. And I think we get so wrapped up in the day-to-day and all the things that we want to do that sometimes it's easy to just lose sight of just how far we have come as a company over the last year.
One thing to add on the sales team from that has been a plus is we've been adding a bunch of Arkansas Razorbacks. Woo Pig.
Yeah.
And so I think that the more Razorbacks we're doing here, the better the sales team is.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
Anybody out there